some water in my Rose of Jericho, so my beautiful baby is sprouting right now. I try to let her dry out at least once a week, so I try not to keep her wet for more than 3 days. So she's dried out now and she's re-emerging. I have my favorite crystals all aligned on the bowl. These are all money manifestation crystals. And yeah, just letting my baby blossom. Now for today, I'll be choosing my crystals for meditation. These are my crystals yesterday. And I just let my intuition choose them. Today, what are you feeling? Light, smoky quartz, cinnamite, carnelian, prehenite. So I'll be starting with prehenite. And this is a this one is a heart stone. It is for your heart chakra, and it helps with truth, sincerity, sensitivity, and calmness. Then right here I have cinnabrite, which is a protection, abundance, and intuition stone, so it'll help further that. And I'll be using this for my sacral. All these will be my sacral. Then I have my smoky quartz, and that is grounding and releases negative energy. This is for your root and sacral chakra, but sometimes I use it for my third eye. Then I have carnelian. This is a vitality stone. This is a vitality stone. It helps with creativity. It's also a grounding stone. Lastly, I have howlite, which is a third eye and crown chakra stone, and it helps with studyings when you're learning new things, and it helps for insomnia. There's other reasons why I wear howlite. I wear howlite on both arms. Basically, I just put those stones on their actual chakras, and I'm going to get into my meditation now. But really and truly, I just place them on their necessary chakras. And yeah, I'm about to meditate. I've been having like an itch to like venture to like a lake or park, but it's been so hot I haven't been able to do that. So I'm looking forward to it cooling down now so that I could get back outside, because I don't know if it's been a heat wave this year, but it's been crazy. But anyways, I am running late, so I'm gonna get going. But today I'm in a beautiful mood. I'm very happy today, and I'm just thankful, you know? I'm really just thankful for another day, and yeah. So you guys, I have this turmeric mask on my face. I washed my locks, and now I'm just sitting on my bed. Today has been a good day. I did just get some news. I do have a funeral in a week and a half. I just got that. So I'm processing that. But other than that, I'm gonna still try to continue my full moon routine. The full moon is in Pisces, so emotions are kind of like trippy today. Pisces is a water sign, so you know, I'm going to actually go meditate again in a little bit. Now that I just seen that, I feel like my energy is kind of off a bit. So I'm gonna go meditate and eat. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm going to eat in a little bit. But as of right now, I'm just gonna sit here for a minute. You know, full moons are about releasing, so I think that it will be healing to go through these emotions today. When you're when you're on your spiritual journey, every day isn't easy. You know, there's some days that are gonna be up and down. I guess it's just your duty, I guess, to rebalance yourself. And that doesn't necessarily have to happen right away. But like even now in this moment, I just have to listen to myself and do the things that my intuition is telling me to do. And right now it's saying you need to go eat. So I'm gonna start there. But I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Not trying to put this energy on anyone, but it is a full moon and I gained an angel. So I feel like I can get through this day, you know? He was a beautiful person. Such a vibrant person. But I'm gonna go eat and I will be okay. I don't even know if I'm gonna put this in the video because I'm not trying to mess up anybody's day. But overall it's still beautiful and I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for being able to have that person in my life for the time that I did. And you know, I know that life continues and I know that his spirit is still with us and amongst us, so he's off to the next realm. And the next realm I know is going to be beautiful for him. And let me go eat. I had my moment. I got my tears out. I'm feeling a lot better. And now I'm going to have my food. Yesterday I made an arugula salad, so I just have some quinoa in here, some red onions, some bell peppers, some arugula, some dried cherries, some cucumber. I don't know if I said that, or as my dad would say, cucumber with his accent. I think I'm gonna add some chickpeas in here as well for some added protein. I'm gonna add some hemp seeds. And now before I eat my salad, I'm going to take my Life Tonic by Alkaline Herbs and Recipes, as well as my uterine support from him. And this uterine support has helped my menstrual cycles tremendously. I used to have really bad cramps. I do not have this. I also take his Siha herb as tea with this. And sometimes I get no cramps at all. It's absolutely amazing. They help to balance out your hormones. I love this. Definitely check the link in the description box below if you would like to know how to purchase these. Of course, you guys, I'm not trying to sell you on anything. This is just what I actually take. But iamLindaElaine. That code will save you some money when ordering with him. But look at his new packaging. I love it so much. You see, this is the new tonic. This is the old tonic. But I just love it. He's a Black-owned business and he is actually in business to help people and to heal people, and I really just dig him so much. So I just try to promote his brand as much as possible because there's not many people out there that are trying to help other people with their ailments or with healing or with, you know, just allowing the body to do what it's naturally supposed to do, because we have so many toxins on a regular that we're just taking in between the air quality, the food, medicine, all types of stuff. So I really appreciate him and all that he's done for me personally, but then also for family and friends as well. Like, and to me, his price points are good. So yeah, I'm about to take my tonic. And now I'm gonna take my uterine support. I love sucking on them. I don't know why, I'm a weirdo. But I like the taste of the capsules. Here's my salad. I added some almonds, I added some cherry tomatoes, and then I seasoned it with some turmeric, sea salt, oregano, basil, red cayenne pepper, a little bit of parsley, and onion powder. You will feel as good as you eat. So when you're eating right, it helps. So I cheated on Alkaline vegan for a while, and I did it for about a month after my 30-day fast. I just ate whatever vegan stuff I wanted for a whole month, and yeah, now I'm back Alkaline. However, I'm back Alkaline, but not necessarily following Dr. Sebi's nutritional guide 100%. So like turmeric is not on his list, but turmeric has really good health benefits. So I put that on my salad. That's a whole nother ordeal that I will do a video on later on, but this is my huge lunch. Let me put my olive oil on it. And I use extra virgin olive oil. I like to put my salad in my mixing bowl just so I can mix everything. I could have started with it in there, but for some reason I always put it on a plate first and then I put it in my mixing bowl. That's it, just me and my salad and now my water. Later I'm going to journal and, you know, work on my anxiety, my guilt for this new transition of my life, losing another person. But this time it weighed really heavy on me because I was dealing with like guilt that I had told him I would see him in 7 weeks, and then everything happened on the 8th week. And if I would have stayed true to my word on that 7th week, I would have seen him. But these are life lessons that we learn, and we have to understand that even though we may think like, oh, it's fine, I'll see you in such and such time period, that's just not really how life works, you know? So it's like, it's a learning lesson for me because I'm very much so a Scorpio in the sense that I could like not talk to people and be completely okay, but that doesn't take away how much I love that person or care about that person. It's just, I'm such a loner, like a natural loner, that like I don't necessarily realize that I'm not communicating often with the people that I love or that I care for. So I've lost a few people by not listening to my intuition when it told me to like reach out. And I think this one hit me a little bit different just because in my head it was really like, no, I'm coming right back, you know? And that was the only time I never bugged him, you know? When I was leaving home, I always bug him. And the one time that I don't, and I say I'll be back, I just miss him, you know? So it's life lessons like this that we have to go through to cherish our friends, to cherish our family. And I guess I'm just learning like the middle ground between the two of how do I still maintain like my level of care to people all the while still staying true to like being a loner and not being that talkative, you know? So up until this point I had a lot of meditations where I was intuitively picking up crystals that deal with like guilt or like sadness because of the situation. And now I think today is like really big because now that I got the details of the funeral, and it's a full moon. I think this is really God's way of saying, okay, I have to let go of these emotions. I didn't do that intentionally, and I have to move forward doing things a little bit different so that this doesn't happen anymore, so that I don't get to not see that person and feel some type of way that I didn't communicate or that I didn't say anything. I'm still learning, I'm still learning on this journey what it means to close yourself out from people and what it means to open back up to people. But I'm going to journal tonight. I'm going to eat. I think the biggest thing for me right now is just eating something. And then I'm going to just have to journal or write poetry. I'm going to have to do something. But I will be releasing today. That is the point of today. It's a full moon. It's a full moon I must release. And it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. For anybody that is going through loss of any sort, just know that you have an angel now, and just know that even though we may not understand what death really means on earth, it's never over, because energy never dies. It just continues. So our spirits continue regardless of the fact that our vessel gives up. This is just temporary. But after this, it's something else, and the spirit never dies. It continues. Your soul is everlasting, and 2021 has definitely been a year of losses for me, and I'm just understanding death on a totally different level as of this year. So I'm going to release later, but I'm going to eat now. And just know you're okay. You're going to get through this. And no matter what the trying time is, after every storm, there is a calm. So we got this.
We too are children of a king and have inherited the abundance of his earthly kingdom. So long as we do not know our true identity, we shall live in soul poverty. Rise above your environment and never limit yourself to being a product of it. You are a child of a great king, and he has sent you here to be a light into this world. Reclaim and remember your divinity. You are divine. You are free.
I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to go about this video, but my intuition told me that I needed to record this. Today is the day after the full moon in Pisces, and for me, that was a very, how do I say, that was a testy full moon. That full moon tested me, and I was able to reflect on the distraction that tried to pop up into my life. And when I woke up this morning, I realized that when you are sometimes elevating to a new level, sometimes people will try to grasp on you to win that energy because they want a piece of that, whatever it is, whether that's finances, whether that's a trip, whatever the case may be. Sometimes people that are in a low frequency can almost suck the frequency of someone that is actually doing something different. And I guess I should say they can attempt to suck that, because you can't suck someone's energy, you can't drain someone's energy unless you allow them to. So sometimes when you're going to elevate to a new level, toxicity or toxic people sense that, and they try to draw you back into a lower frequency. And by lower frequency, it's because they're pulling on your actual frequency, which is draining you, kind of like your cup, if your cup isn't full. And to me, that's also symbolic of someone draining your energy. So when we recharge and, like a phone. If we recharge your phone to 100%, it's at its highest level that it could be. When you're recharged, obviously you're at your optimum, whatever, your optimum health, your optimum spirituality. You could use that for whatever. But how I see energy is, you know, batteries go up and down, right? And some people we allow in our lives and they pull on that energy and it drains our battery. Kind of like if you're opening an app on your phone, it drains your battery, right? But if you say, I'm actually not going to use that app anymore because I noticed that I spend so much time on it and I'm wasting my life with that app because that app isn't doing anything for me. It's not bringing any joy, pleasure, or anything. It's just literally just wasting my time. If you literally stop using that app, that no longer shows up in your battery life. You don't see that app saying uses 50% of your battery. It's kind of like the same for our energy. It's like if you let go of that toxic person, they can't drain you. So it's almost like you just have to really be mindful of the people that you have around you and in your circle, because people can sense when you're going to a new level. And they may not know exactly what it is. It's just a feeling rather than them intentionally like seeing something like, oh, I see that she just got a new car. No, like some people genuinely can feel it, like intuitively, even if they're not spiritual or tapped into their intuition. They feel that you're doing something different. It's my sister. I'll be tomorrow because I'm about to start journaling. I love you. This full moon is definitely teaching me to really pay attention to not only the positive signs, but the negative ones as well. Because this full moon brought me a lot of angel numbers. And I'm still processing it now because I'm just so thankful and full of gratitude for that. But it really showed me to pay attention to cycles, not going into repeated cycles. And, you know, Pisces is a water sign just like myself. So my emotions were like balanced, but like what I wanted was all over the place. Like, okay, well, maybe I would do this before this, and then I could do this, and they were just all over the place yesterday. But today I woke up with a lot more clarity, and I just feel a big transition is coming, and I'm going to be preparing for that mentally and spiritually and physically and financially. But today was confirmation that what I'm doing is right, even though it feels very scary and very impulsive in a sense. But sometimes the things that we don't understand are for our own greater good. Hopefully this is focused for this video, but sometimes we don't actually realize in that moment just how big of a transition we're going to experience. But sometimes we do sense it, and in this case I sense it and I feel it, and I'm just trying to prepare myself for it. So I said I would meditate and journal to write some things down that I want to achieve in this lifetime. If you guys follow any of my like spiritual vlogs, this is my journal. This is like when I'm having like moments where I need to get things off my chest or to release. This is my designated journal for that. It's like sacred to me. It's like my thoughts, my drawings. I don't actually open it that often, but sometimes I just have like a feeling to just write in it. I write poetry in it. I write random like words to myself. I color in it. It's just something really nice to be able to look back on. So today is September 21st, 2021. I think sometimes when you write your thoughts, the first ones that come to mind, I feel like those are the things that your spirit feels like you should tackle first, in a sense. I don't know. I just have so many like thoughts and things that I want to do. And sometimes I feel like writing things down is like our instruction guide, in a sense. I mean, not saying that we know exactly when certain things are gonna happen. Obviously, everything's in God's timing, but I just feel like, you know, sometimes you just follow the steps. It's like, okay, 1 tells me, go to the mailbox. 2 tells me, 1 tells me I want to go to the mailbox. 2 tells me I want to go to the ice cream store. Da 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 da. And it's like, as you're reading these things and checking off these boxes, it's kind of like you're doing it basically in the order of what's most important to you spiritually. Does that make any sense? Because in my head, it makes perfect sense. So writing your first thoughts, your initial thoughts down are almost like what your spirit is telling you that you need to do first. Hopefully that makes sense. That's just the way I see it. This full moon, I'm very thankful of this past full moon. I'm very thankful because it gave me a lot of clarity. It definitely allowed me to release a lot of emotions that I was feeling, as far as like all the people that I lost this year, feeling like guilt for not communicating with them enough. This moon showed me true colors of people that were not in my life for a while, that just randomly popped up, why they're not meant to be in my life. I just feel like this was a really powerful moon. And I guess I'm just really coming here to share my thoughts, but to also just share the message that don't let distractions get in your way of elevating. That is a really big message that Spirit was sharing with me today. So, I mean, if you're watching this video and you're really confused, I guess in a nutshell, that's what I was supposed to say in less than 30 seconds. So I decided to write down my 2022 goals in my journal. And it's all the things that I want to accomplish that are going to be accomplished, because I'm putting that energy in the air. I have 2 white candles lit in my living room because they bring purity. I saged myself and just my upstairs briefly, and I'm just so excited for life and all that's to come, because even if you don't obviously know what's next, you can still have a feeling that you know everything is working out in your favor. And right now I just know, despite the lows of this year, that Spirit, the universe, God, is right there by my side, as well as my ancestors guiding me through this realm. And this day is really crazy for me. I can't even put it in words. Just everything that's kind of just happened today. It's like I got so much clarity, you know? Follow your intuition. That's your guiding voice. That's your voice of God. It will never steer you wrong. I hope something resonated, and hopefully there was something that you needed to hear. Just know whatever it is that you're trying to overcome, you got it. No matter how hard it seems, no matter how difficult it seems, if you're following your intuition with whatever steps you're making in your life, you are going to be guided throughout the whole time. Don't doubt your intuition, because it's more powerful than you think. And even though you may not fully grasp or understand why your intuition is pulling you left or right and you're trying to go straight, just know that your intuition is for your greater good, and that it's there just to help you and guide you in this lifetime. And trust your intuition, because it's always right and will never fault you. And again, don't let distractions get in your way of elevating. And I think that's really my only message. I'm gonna journal now, guys. So good night. I hope you have a marvelous day or night, whatever time it is. I'm sorry if this video was all over the place as far as it being blurry, but I don't really have adequate lighting right now, and I just didn't want to turn on any bright lights, so forgive me. All right, good night.